Good morning, everyone. Hi, Clarine. So I streamed this from my new alt channel early this morning, and what I'm gonna do, it's a relatively short stream, but I wanted to play it into my main channel's VOD, just so I can try to get the word out a little bit about the new alt channel for what I'm trying to do with non-roleplay type gaming and stuff. So this was just from a couple hours ago. We went and spent a little time doing some fishing. Well, good morning, Alex. Alex, you saw most of this again, but welcome back in.
Morning, mister.
Well, hello, Babs. You saw most of this too.
Hi, Babs. Good morning.
Oh, wow, that was good timing. Wow, do you hear that? That lined up perfectly with when you jumped in early.
Just logged into the game and I forgot to start up TeamSpeak, so I wasn't going to be able to hear anybody while I was in game.
This is going to be like some Inception level stuff too. Like, you know, you're going to hear me talking to you and hear me talking to past you at the same time. I don't know if my brain can handle this.
Good morning, Almanza. How are you?
Let's see how many times
We're just on our way over to the river to do some fishing for a little bit.
let's see how
my keyboard
let's see how many times my earlier comments line up with the current comments. Good morning,
It's
Hoina.
4:11 in the morning where I am right now. Been up for like a half an hour. I was just watching Habibi stream for a little bit. He's always played some really goofy hours, but I always laugh because, you know, anytime I think of like, you know, about the fact that my sleep schedule is so messed up, I see Habibi pulling like a 24-hour stream. $9 a.m. Yeah, you're over in the UK, right? In the London-ish area somewhere. Miles north of London, but oh, nice. How do they pronounce that? Like, so when I see that word, the name of your town, I would say Norfolk, but like on the East Coast in the United States, there's a town in Connecticut by the same name, but the folks out there call it Norfolk. Like the L isn't even pronounced. But anytime I see it, but you know, I naturally pronounce the L, Norfolk, Connecticut. But I've been laughed at a lot by saying that.
Is Baby Radio the same? He's doing good. He just got here a little while ago. He's scooching around the living room at the moment.
That's the county I live in. Ah, okay.
What was Pappy up to yesterday? So yeah, I was talking about that a little bit when I streamed earlier from my alt channel. I ended up only being able to stay in game for about a half an hour yesterday.
I'm gonna count on anybody who pops into this stream. I'm doing a little bit differently than how I stream on my main account, so I'm counting on everybody to let me know if the audio is goofy or anything like that. I do have music playing in the background too, so tell me if you can hear if the background music and if all the levels are okay. Audio's okay. Lovely historical city where Paige from WWE is from. I used to be so into watching the WWE. It's been a lot of years though, but I would say probably, I don't know, when did I stop watching it? I think it was around 2000, that time frame, like when The Rock and Triple H and all those guys were like really in their prime. I mean, I was. All right, so so Alex brings up a good point. So there are two chat boxes on the screen. One is from the stream earlier. If it gets too confusing, I can take it off. But the reason I left it on there is just because this is actually a replay from my stream that I did on my alt channel. But so I figured I would leave that chat up there just so you know what my past self was talking about during that time. So, but I'll just leave it up for a little while. Maybe move the live box to the left. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, now I see what you're saying. Okay, yes, give me a yes. I can do that. Yeah, because one is kind of laying over the top of it, isn't it? All right. Love the stream set. I know this is some deep stuff. I don't know if my brain might explode too watching this, but why'd you make an alt channel? I'm sure that's going to get asked a lot. So it basically my thought process is. So, you know, I normally stream Pappy from twitch.tv/Radio Flyer. That's what, you know, that's what all of my role play and all my streaming has been built upon this past year. But one of the things that I've learned this past year is I really enjoy streaming. I love being able to just jump on, play some games, hang out with everybody. But there are certain times when I jump on to play or stream or whatever, that I might only be able to play or hang out for a very short amount of time. And I don't like doing that on the main account. So my thought is I created an alt account. It's gonna be for, you know, I'm just gonna use it for playing whatever, whenever, for however long I'm able to do it. I'm not gonna worry about, you know, so much about, you know, firing it up, and, you know, if I have to cut out, you know, after a few minutes, then, you know, no big deal. But I'm also gonna use the alt account for like role play stuff. So, you know, that's where I'm gonna play other games and whatever. I'm gonna leave the main Radio Flyer account for telling Pappy's story and role play in general, and then do all the other goofing around on my alt account. I was so invested. Yeah, I had my WWE phase probably lasted, I don't know, a solid 2 years. In fact, I had gone to. They appreciate you saving my watch streak by making the alt for early. There you go. It was, yeah. The real reason behind me creating an alt account was so we could maintain Hoyna's watch streak on the primary account. Yeah, pro streamer needs multiple accounts. A low stakes side channel, so you don't have to be right. So that's kind of what because the other thought I'm thinking, I have a lot of different ideas that you know, that I can use an alt account for. One, just for general goofing around, you know, I'm not as concerned about it. I can use it for testing out different things I want to do, and, you know, so the alt account's going to be modless. Well, I mean, you know, if you've joined the alt account, you might notice that, you know, I do actually have a couple of mods in there already. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of my general thought process behind the alt at this point. We were traveling through here. It was I think it was Monday Night Raw back when they did that show, if they even still do that show. Me and a bunch of my friends had gotten tickets and had gone to see Monday Night Raw all those years ago. Seen Fighting with My Family. It's a great film. My 14-year-old son trains with it. No, I haven't seen that. Where can that be streamed? Is that like on Netflix or something? Say hi to everybody. Assistant streamer just arrived to the office. Say hi. Hi, chat. Oh, it might be okay. Yeah, it's probably like a rental or a buy on Prime. I'll have a look though. But yeah, I mean, I had. I definitely had my WWE phase, and it was a lot of fun because my buddies and I wasn't even into it like super, compared to my friends. Like I enjoyed it, but I mean, I have a bunch of buddies who just were like, I mean, they were into it. Like every month when they had the pay-per-views and stuff, I mean, somebody was always buying the pay-per-view, and we'd always have a big WWE pay-per-view gathering. Yeah, so Jake, that's kind of my thought. I want to leave the main channel as my primary roleplay channel and all things Red Dead and Pappy related. And then any other goofing around that I want to do, other games I want to play and whatnot, I'm going to do that on my alt account. Started training with Paige's family at 8 and now has monthly shows and weekly training. Nice. I love it. A lot of times this is what I do, like when I wake up crazy early in the mornings like that and I want to do something, I want to like play something, but I'm not in the, like, this is way too, like, I mean, I rolled out of bed a half hour, 45 minutes ago, but like this time of day, my brain is not in actual RP mode, but I still want to be in the game, like doing something, so I'll just come here and I'll spend a bunch of time fishing. And at this time of day, I don't mind too much taking up a spot on the server, even for just grinding, because normally at this time of day there's less than 100 people on the server typically, so I'm not taking up anybody's spot. All right, come on, put your fish in your pocket there, Pappy. Come on, man. There you go.
I could hear somebody's horse coming. I've never run into anybody out here in this particular spot when I've been fishing. I do want to say too, not Pappy playing with the worm, for Christ's sake. So yes, so what my idea with the alt account, because I was talking about it just a little while ago. You know, one of the things I like to do, if I'm just looking for something to do, looking for something to play, and if I'm not 100% in a role play mindset, I still love very much logging into the game and playing it. But I just don't necessarily, and I've said it, a ton of times this past year, even as much as I like doing the grinding and even watching others do it, I don't necessarily like streaming the grinding, especially on the main account. But so anytime I do grinding, I'm not going to do it on the main account. I'm just going to, I'll do it on the alt account. But the only, really the only reason that I'm streaming this replay from a grinding session early this morning, the only reason I'm streaming it on my main account here is I do just want to try to get as much as possible. I want to get the word out to everybody who follows me on my main account, who may be interested in, hanging out and watching me play other stuff. I'm just trying to get the word out on my other alt accounts, so anybody who's interested can join in and hang out with me there as well. I don't ever record my grinder? Right. Will VODs from the alt go onto YouTube, or going to keep that Red Dead still? I haven't thought that far ahead, but I'll probably, there's no reason not to put the VODs of my alt account on YouTube. Oh, can you hear my assistant streaming in the background hammering on one of his toys? I probably will actually update VODs from other games and whatnot that I play up to YouTube. Come on. Working very hard in the mines. Yeah, he's sitting in his mech suit walker right now. I had logged into the game last night. I actually thought I was going to be able to play for a decent amount of time last night, but I swear no sooner than I logged in, I ended up having to log off to take care of some stuff. So I don't know what all antics happened last night at all, but Pappy saw Obi and Morag for a couple of minutes and a few others. He did meet Miss Porkers as well, but then I think I was on 30 minutes and I had to log off. Morag was deputized. Why did I know? Oh, so I did see a portion of that, because about an hour after I logged off, I was sitting at the computer because I was doing stuff trying to get stuff set up for this alt account, and I jumped into Twitch and jumped into Indoors chat stream for a few minutes, and I saw Morag running around in the nun/cop costume. I'm sure that was a hoot. you ever take notes for what Pappy knows? I don't really, and which is also one of the reasons why, as much as I want to, I kind of try to. I don't catch up on the VODs as much as I would like to because I don't want to confuse myself with what I know in character and out of character. So as much as I, love keeping track of all the characters out there, and I'm pretty good at keeping everything separated, but sometimes I do lose track of what does Pappy know versus what Radio knows. So I try to be very conscious of that if I can. Excuse me. Goodness. And it is hard to keep facts straight as you age. That's right, Alex. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I appreciate it. A very true comment. I love Obi. Yeah, Obi is a really neat character. So I mean, I the first night we met him, I was just kind of walking around town with him and Scarecrow and Morag for a little while, and then last night when I logged in, Pappy had gone into Saint Denis looking for Morag, and he bumped into Obi and Miss Porkers and another doctor by the doctor's office in Saint Denis, and Obi had just gotten hurt or something, so Pappy takes him over to the sheriff's department so he could report the incident or whatnot. But then I was only around for a short amount of time. Hi, Momo. Need to lurk because of work? Well, I'm happy you're here. Just gonna be doing some fishing and chit-chatting is all. Put a video of my son doing his latest wrestling entrance on. All right, I'm gonna watch that. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of ideas for how I can use this alt account. Because like I had put in Discord, I kind of want to leave the main account focused on really focused on the RP. That account was built on Pappy, built on Red Dead roleplay. I kind of want to leave that account like that, and then this one is gonna just be like just do whatever the hell, where I'm not as concerned about the normal stuff that I would be concerned about with my alt account, like, because I might log in here and we might be on for 5 hours, we might be on for 10 minutes, I don't know. I'm just not gonna be concerned like I am on the main account with this one.
Now that lure landed right on that fish, and he didn't bite that. Some horse shit. I love the fishing mechanic in Red Dead so much, though. Like, back, even when this game first came out, however many years ago, 5-6 years ago, like, I would play this, I would be in the story mode, but I would still just go stand down by the river and just fish. Do nothing in game, you know, make no progress in the story of the game. I would just have Arthur go find a river and fish. Morning, Big Willie. Welcome in. Good morning, Drea. Wait, did I say good morning to you? I don't think I did. Hi, Drea. Pockets just full of raw fish. Yep. Pappy's got deep pockets full of raw, nasty fish and worms. Good morning, Brawls. Like your happy place? Do you get lots of money fishing? Oh yeah, this is definitely Pappy's happy place. Just standing down by the river doing some fishing, and that's the thing too. Like fishing on this server right now, in my opinion, is a little bit OP. You know, because Pappy is sitting on a pile of cash, and most of that did come from fishing. You know, just spending an hour here, an hour there, just fishing. You know, so yeah, you can make a lot of money. I mean, relatively speaking, but because I think Pappy's sitting on $1,200 or something in the bank right now. Most of that has come from spending not a whole hell of a lot of time fishing. You know, I mean, a handful of hours. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like I would come on and spend, you know, 8 hours a day fishing down here. It's usually like an hour or two here and there, but does Morag know how much cash? I don't think they have ever talked about that. One of these days we're gonna have to remember that Pappy still has Morag's shotgun too in storage in Valentine. You know what's funny too is, like, I remember when the talk of this server first started, you know, and they were talking about like different ideas and whatever. I was in the Discord, and I could have swore I saw some mention of a mechanic on this server where you could have like joint bank accounts. Can you imagine if Pappy and Morag had a joint bank account? You know, Pappy's out there, you know, earning money, putting money in the account, saving up for some good stuff, and then, you know, next thing you know, Morag comes through and just obliterates the account. Yeah, you'd be broke real quick. Oh. Think about the different RP that could come from that, though. You know, now they're bringing now they'd be bringing like financial arguments into RP. Oh shit, that would be so funny. I thought you'd love a new hot air balloon, right? Exactly. Or how many dogs would they have? I mean, like Morag would be going out and buying a new pet every damn day. That would be so funny, though. Oh no! I think I remember you mentioning before that your dog was having a hard time. It's terrible. Dogs are amazing. I always complain about my dog, you know, but it's always, you know, I always complain to my dog, to my wife, but it's always you know, just because I'm picking at her and just, you know, she knows I like fake complaining about the dog, but dogs are amazing. Ayla is such a good dog too. She just had her first birthday the other day, and already I can see the maturity in her. She's getting a blood transfusion today. Oh goodness gracious! Yeah, she just turned 1 year old on May 15th. In fact, we just had Ayla at the vet yesterday because my wife thought she might have had like a urinary tract infection or something, but she's all good. But we were just overly concerned for nothing. We don't deserve dogs. You know what? You are 100% correct about that. Yeah, we just got the one dog, and quite honestly, I don't think I would want more than one dog, especially when they're young, right? Because puppies, as much as we've had 3 dogs in the 28 years. Wait, we just had our years there. It's 2024. My wife and I were married in 1995, so however many years that is, 28. Anyway, we've had 3 dogs during our marriage, and all 3 of them have been amazing dogs, but all 3 of them during the puppy stages, I was questioning myself why the hell we got a dog, because the puppy stage is terrible. So I don't think I could handle more than one dog, especially during a puppy stage. Nico would be fuming if I got another dog. She's a mom. Yeah, I think Ayla would love a partner in crime, but forget about it. She'll be an only child animal. You know where I was in 95? Kindergarten. Mm-hmm. Oh, 1995, I was standing at an altar with my wife. Hi, Daisy. When Nico was a puppy, I was off work because my son was poorly, so I was home for like 3 years. Right, you almost have to.
I mean, it's unfortunate that you were home, you know, having to take care of your son if he was sick, but I mean, like, that's the thing too. So we had just gotten Ayla a few weeks after I had taken the early retirement from my job last year, and the only reason, and again, one of the only reasons that I even finally caved and agreed to get another dog, because quite honestly, I was of the mindset that after we, after our previous dog, after we had to put her down several years ago, we had a dog named Scout, and she was a yellow lab, and just the absolute best dog in the world. I love Scout so much, but when she passed, I was like, you know what? I can't do that anymore. That was too hard. I don't want to go through that again, having, you know, losing another pet like that. So it was, I mean, it was a solid 5 years, I think, before I finally caved and let my wife talk me into, you know, us getting, you know, another puppy with Ayla. But you almost, and I don't think I would have done it had I not been able to be home with her myself, because they just demand so much attention. Oh wait, I just saw Alex says he has a good. Wait, Alex, do you have a good joke now or every now and then? Because I'm waiting for the, I'm waiting with the drum roll or the rim shot. If you've got a good joke to share us, lay one on us. I'll keep an eye out for you, and I'll hit it with the rim shot if you share a good joke. Yeah, I created a new job for myself after I took the early retirement. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I would have just felt, you know, guilty having to leave, you know, a little puppy, you know, by herself, you know, during the day. I am such a dog person though. And now, like, now, you know, Ayla and my grandson, they're both starting to realize. Scroll up to Brawl's comment about 96. All right, let's see. What's Brawl's comment about 96? 96. 96 is when I made my great escape from the womb. Good one. Like how cool each other are. Right, so, I mean, my Ayla will spend as much time as she can. Like if my grandson is rolling around on the floor or crawling around on the floor, she's starting to get up close to him and snuggle up with him while he's down there, and he'll go over there and climb up on her and pat her head and pull her hair and whatever, but she don't care. And then go to my response. Oh wait, did I? Oh no, did I do the drum roll on the wrong response? Let's see. Would you say Laura Croft, Womb Raider? Radio, do you know how punchlines work? Yes, I know how punchlines work. Thank you. I have a very good sense of humor, Drea. Cringe. Ironically, somehow all three of my kids have become cat people. Like, we never had a cat growing up. There was a cat. We had a pet cat when I was a little kid. But I've never been a cat person. But all three of my kids, when they moved out and, you know, got their own places, they've all become cat people. and which is, you know, which is all fine and good, but I just never understood like how that happened. But like both my son and his girlfriend, they have 3 cats together in their apartment. My daughter Maddie, the one who played Stardew Valley with me on stream, she and her partner have, I think they have 3 or 4 cats in their house, and then my oldest daughter, she and her husband have 1 cat, but I don't know. And I think you're right. I think cats, you know, from a certain perspective, cats are easier to take care of. You don't have to like feel like you're babysitting them as much because they're very independent. But I don't know. I just never. Cats just don't do it for me. I have 2. They're chill, but they ain't my dog. Yeah, exactly. They just. I don't know. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on. Dogs are just always down to have a good time. They just want to mess around. At least the 3 that I've, you know, the 3 that I've had, and I've always had dogs that are, you know, that are really outdoorsy type sporting dogs. You know, so we'll go. You know, I always just take them out into the woods and let them to run around and chase the animals and stuff. They just want to have a good time. You know, dogs are just happy to be there, man. And that's what I love about them. I'm sure you have a repertoire of dad jokes. You know that's right, Alex. I've got a whole bunch of them. Your kids would probably be Gen Z. I don't know. I don't know what the delineation is. My oldest daughter was born in 1996, and then Maddie was born in 2000, and then my son was born in 2000. Or no, Maddie was born in 1999, and my son was born in 2000. So I don't know what the line of delineation between
Nico is a
millennials,
now,
Gen Zs, whatnot.
I'm not familiar with. Is that a large breed or a smaller breed? I can't picture what a whippet looks like.
He won't tell any of those jokes because he's too nervous to get booed?
Oh, a small greyhound.
Oh, that's cool. Now look, Dre. The thing about dad jokes is it's all about the timing and knowing when to throw one in there. It's not, you know, you just don't go off, you know, spouting off a bunch of dad jokes in a row. You got to wait for the moment. That is key. Am I right? I bet a dog like that would get the zoomies pretty good. All right, yeah, let me see a picture of Nico here. Let's not have Discord. Also key is dad laughing the loudest and possibly the... Oh, yep. That's the other key. That's true. Timing is... I see the... I see the wrestling picture. That's amazing. That's so funny. So Nico looks like he could probably run 60 miles an hour too. He looks like a streamlined fast dog. Ready to go. Alex, the thing is, I probably won't do this very much at all. This particular thing I'm doing today, like I mentioned earlier, the only reason I happen to be doing it today, I'm just trying to get the word out as much as possible that I've created an alt Twitch account for non-RP stuff. So this will probably be more like a one-off type thing. I see several of you have followed too. Thank you very much. It's just like I said, I just want people to be aware, just in case they, they're interested in hanging out with me while I do other non role play type stuff. But I appreciate that idea, though. It is a good one. 35 miles an hour. Yeah, that's those are fast dogs. My brother-in-law and his wife years and years ago had rescued a greyhound. From a place that took in greyhounds, like after they retired from racing. She was a really good dog too, but they always had to like be super careful about her like getting out of the house, because her instinct was, as soon as she was out of the house, she was just running, sprinting full, and you can't catch up with a dog like that. Just saw your new setup on Discord. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to work on a recall first, so I can let her off the leash when she chases something small. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean, right? Because they are hard coded to just, when they want to chase after something, forget about it. It's good she comes back. I had our very first dog that we got not too long after we were married. It was a Brittany Spaniel, and Brittany's are bird dogs. And she would, regardless of where we were, if she wasn't on the leash, or if she got off the leash and spotted a bird and wanted to go after it, I mean, she was gone. I couldn't chase her. There were a couple of times where she would like run out the front door and spot something interesting, and then end up about 10 or 12 houses down the block. And we'd have to go get her down there, but if she saw something that sparked her interest, she had no interest in coming back until she either caught it or lost it. Yeah, my streaming setup right now is starting to make it look like I actually know what I'm doing, right? Do I have everybody fooled out there with that picture? That was my main goal, to make it look like I know what I'm doing. Always comes back, yeah. So Ayla is, she's part sheepdog, and what I've really noticed about the sheepdog breed is, they're kind of herders, right? So they tend to want to stay relatively close to what they consider their territory, and they also want to keep other stuff that they think they're in charge of within that territory as well. So like with Ayla, I haven't, even as young as she is, she's never once tried to like get far enough away from me that I was even concerned about it. She's just always right there. I mean, she'll circle me, like if we're out and about and she's not on leash, she'll run around but just kind of keep circling me, but whichever direction we're walking, she's right there on the same path. We've seen old man with his Australian Shepherd who walks on heel with no lead, always. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing to me, like just how the different breeds of dogs, you can you can just see how they're programmed when they're out and about, right? And those shepherds, they're just programmed to keep things in control and keep things in like their, what they consider their area. In fact, I was just telling my wife too, I really saw for the first time, like when, you know, now that my grandson is getting a little bit older, and he and Ayla are really starting to interact a lot more with each other. The other day, my grandson was kind of crawling around in our living room, and he started scooching himself down toward the hallway where he was kind of getting out of our sight. And Ayla was laying on the ground, and she was kind of watching him too. And as he was scooching down the hallway and getting a little bit too far, she gets up off the floor, walks down to where the entrance of the hallway is, and laid herself across the hallway entrance, blocking him off so he couldn't go any further. And I thought that was the coolest thing. Oh, she'll be hurting him once he's... Oh, you're not wrong about that. But yeah, she saw him scooching down the hallway, getting a little bit too far out of range, and she gets herself up and goes and lays down right in the entrance of the hallway, and just blocks him from going any further. And she just lay there, and he patted her and pulled her hair for a few minutes, but she wasn't going to let him get any further down that hallway. Yeah, you're right, Alex. They're already starting to show, like, you know, they're big buddies, but as they both get older, yeah, because they're going to grow up together, right? It's going to be fun. And when he's old enough to like play fetch with her and throw a ball, that's when she's really going to be living her best life. Come on, fish. This is going to be like a tiny fish that Pappy catches here too, because it's always like the smallest little fish in the river that fight the hardest. Oh, I'm going to lose this one anyway. Come on, for crying out loud. It's like I'll be able to, sometimes you just got to cut your losses. My brother-in-law is from the Isle of Lewis in Scotland, where the working sheepdogs basically run free and go visit each other. Yeah, I'm really liking our decision to go with the sheepdog poodle mix. She's super smart, and I could tell pretty early on that she was gonna be a pretty amazing dog, and she is. And it just gets better and better as she starts maturing as well. But there's been plenty of times this past year since she's been in our house where she's been just a total menace, being a puppy. But that's the price you pay, I reckon. They do need a lot of exercise, which is again, I mean, I don't think had I not retired last summer, I don't think I would have, been able to bring myself to agree to get a pup, because they I had, one thing me personally, the type of dogs that I do like the most are the ones that are active and need a lot of exercise. But I couldn't in good conscience get a pup like that if I wasn't able to spend as much time with him during the day. But she and I go out every day, and either we walk several miles every day, or I ride my bike and she jogs along next to me. So Facebook post asked about Spaniel because Spaniel. I think pretty much all Spaniels are like, they are either hunters or sporting dogs of some sort, and they do require lots of activity. That's a big ass fish. Yeah, every once in a while you catch a pike out of here. It doesn't make too much of a difference though. Like when Pappy will go to sell these fish here in just a few minutes, I think we only got a couple more worms. You get a little bit more money for those bigger fish, but even the smaller fish you still get a decent amount of money. Like when we go to sell these fish, we'll probably get somewhere between 60 and 70 bucks. I had a Spaniel called Bo from the time I was 2 until 21. Spaniels are really good dogs in a way to me. Our Brittany was amazing. A big ass ugly fish. Oh, looks like we got another one. I think I just wasted a one. Sorry. It's on. Last worm, and then we'll go see how much. Oh no. Oh, the horse disappeared. Oh, I must have timed out. Oh, that's alright. Pappy will be hoofing it for a minute. Hi Katie, good morning. Come on, I just need one more. Just give me one more. Alright, so I don't think we actually got 30 fish, but we got pretty close. I think we wasted a couple of ones, but... Alright, we're gonna hoof it over to the fishmonger and see how much we got. I'm guessing... Got a couple of pike. I'm gonna guess we got like 60, 62 bucks maybe. See if I can whistle for the horse once we get out of this river valley. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we might be hoofing it back to Valentine. Maybe our horse will find us. Unlikely, though. Oh, and it's getting dark, and we're in wolf territory. Oh, shit. And those wolves pack guns. Oh yeah, I probably should shout out my other channel. Oh, I was right on a button. 62 bucks. Ah, damn it. We gotta run. We have to run all the way back to Valentine. It's my horse. Come on, horse. Oh, maybe we'll get lucky. Where's Lucky? Come on. Come find me. The horse took off somewhere, but we might be able to find him. I just whistled for him, and it looks like he might be in the area, so hopefully he'll find me. That's right. Professional streamer right here, folks. Come on, Lucky. Come on, buddy. Thanks for suggesting that, Alex. I hadn't even considered it. And Brawl's pinning it. He's around here somewhere. That's why you guys are awesome. Oh, he's behind me. He's behind us. There you are. All right. Good horse. Did you have any plans for a career for Pappy on this server? Blacksmith again? You know, I actually would like for Pappy to have some type of job. So I don't know if you happen to catch the other day when Pappy was hunting for the bounty hunter. He went over to put his disguise on over by Emerald Ranch, and we struck up a conversation with a couple of the guys that work on the ranch who told Pappy that there's a blacksmith over there who's been working on stuff and might be bringing on an apprentice. So the thought has crossed my mind to have Pappy track this fella down and see if see if something like that would work out. Because I would like for Pappy to have some type of vocation, even if, I mean, it doesn't even have to be anything major, but you know, just from an RP perspective, it'd be kind of cool if Pappy had a job. I don't mind this kind of thing. Like I enjoy this type of, you know, fishing, grinding, making, because regardless, Pappy is not hurting for money. And even if he had a job, it wouldn't be because, you know, he needed money. It would be, you know, for RP reasons, but yeah, we might do something along those lines. You enjoy coming on and Pappy having a life outside of Morag RP and the drama? Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, there was quite a bit of time before there was even, you know, a Pappy and Morag at all, so but yeah, he does kind of, I mean, if you think about it, you know, he does kind of have a double life from a certain perspective, right? He has his normal Pappy life, you know, where he's out and about visiting and spending time with his friends, and then he's got the married side of it, which is like it's like the Saint Denis Pappy and the outside of Saint Denis Pappy, right? And they're similar, but almost two different people, because when he's in Saint Denis, that's when he's with, you know, Morag and Phyllis and Isabella and all that gang. But then, you know, this is more of like this is the not Saint Denis version of Pappy, you know, where he's out, you know, doing his other stuff, living his other life. It's weirdly meta to hear Radio talking to previous shit. I know, that's what I was saying earlier, Katie. This is like Inception level shit. I don't know. I'm not sure what level we're at right now, but we might be at Inception like level 4 or something. Pay attention. How much we got now? We're up to 1,300. I don't have any idea what I'm gonna do with 1,300 bucks, but I'm hoping we can buy a carriage or something soon. Well, you know what I'm gonna do too? It's unlikely we're gonna bump into anybody, but and take a ride through the Heartlands out toward the swamp, see if we can pick up a few more turkeys. Pappy in the metal suit he was gonna make for Hillary. That was Pappy loved giving Hillary a hard time about that metal suit, because every time she would go out with more eggs, she would get herself hurt. Next thing you know, he's gonna have a whole other separate secret family, wife or husband and kids. What if all this time we actually did and you just haven't seen that, Pappy? Damn it, we really... Pappy really wants to find Tim. But I know he's not gonna be on it this time of day. Alt universe, Pappy's leather daddy with 12 foster kids. Right. But what if there was a side of Pappy that I've never streamed before and nobody else knows about? Yeah, Hillary was a great character. During that time, I mean, we would take like every opportunity we could. Like if Hillary was in Limpany at the same time as Pappy, you know, he would just sneak up behind her and start taking measurements of her head and of her arms. So as he was working on that metal suit, hey, good morning, good morning, Alex. How'd you miss that jump? I don't know. Yeah, we are just chilling, fishing, and chatting. But which version of radio was talking to which version of Alex in which alternate universe? Take it right out here and see if I can nab a few turkeys to keep the meat in my back pocket for the next time we see our saloon friends. I hope, I'm hoping I'll be able to get online and play for a few hours tonight. Actually, the rest of the week, tonight's the only questionable night. I think, wait, what did I say? Today's Tuesday, yeah. So tonight is questionable if I'm going to be able to get on and how long I'm going to be able to play. But then the rest of the week, I know I'm pretty much wide open. So I'm thinking we'll be able to get some good RP in for the rest of the week. Not Pappy giving meat to another lady. Pappy giving meat to all the ladies out there who work at the saloons. So early, I woke up and saw the alert on the phone. Yeah, it is early, but this is, unfortunately, I just don't sleep for very long in the mornings. In my usual day, I mean, I'll get, on average, I would say I get about 6 hours of sleep a day, but it just means that I'm waking up. Did I accidentally kill that bird? I didn't even mean to kill that bird, but I'll take the feathers and whatnot. But yeah, so I very often wake up crazy early, and this is just the kind of thing that I do anyway. But I figured, might as well start just streaming this kind of stuff. I just didn't want to do it on the main account because that's really where the good RP happens. It's okay, you're older. I know, right? I think that's just what happens. Now wait, we gotta listen to two versions of Alex make fun of two versions of radio at the same time. My brain is fried. Where'd it go?
Oh, here it is. Just don't start yelling at the TV watching. That's funny. Okay, but here's the thing, Alex. You know, this is the thing about me. I do yell at the TV sometimes, but mostly if I'm, you know, if I'm if I'm watching sports or something. Just please don't watch Fox News. That I can agree with. That, you know, that's I'm in on that one. But if I'm watching a football match or something, I mean, I look. Just sometimes I can't help it. I end up yelling at the damn television. Big question, Michigan or Michigan State? I've never really had a reason to have a true allegiance to either of those two universities. So, I mean, I've had friends and family that have gone to both universities. So I've always kind of been right in the middle on both of them. I thoroughly enjoy watching both of those colleges play, you know, the various sports, you know, football in particular, basketball as well. But I've never had a reason to be like a quote unquote Michigan guy or a Michigan State guy. Yelling at the TV during a sports match is a God-given right now. I don't even have control of it, right? As I'm sure like most of us who yell at the TV do. It's just a thing that happens. School. Turkeys aren't usually over here. Oh yeah, we're on. Go a little bit further. Suppose I should eat and drink before before Pappy passes out. Which I don't even know is a thing on this server. I never let Pappy get hungry or thirsty enough to even worry about him passing out, but I don't know if I've seen anybody actually go unconscious from hunger or thirst at all on this server. This alt account is also going to be the one that I use to, you know, if there's some random game out there that I want to play, I'll probably, you know, and just might only be able to play for a little while or whatever. I'll use this account to stream like that other stuff from. I should maybe I'll even use this account one day to you know, do those. When you stream like for a certain period of time, then you'll start getting like the sponsorship invitations. You know, everybody always jokes about like the Raid Shadow Legends, or you know, all those other the cliche games that that people you know, will do the sponsored streams. Maybe I'll use that you know, this account to do those sponsored streams as well. I've actually always wanted to try one just to see if it's worth the time at all. But oh, is that an actual player? I don't know if that's an actual. Might be. I don't know if that's an NPC or not. Hashtag ad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna use the alt account just to go full blown capitalist. Oh, there. I want to see you play Dead by Daylight and provide commentary. I would try Dead by Daylight. In fact, I think I might even own it on PlayStation. And played it a couple of times with a friend of mine, like a handful of years ago. I'd give it a try though. Hey lady, good morning. The in-game chat toxicity is always a fun time. But that game, that is strictly like a PvP game, isn't it? Like there's zero story to that game at all, if I'm not mistaken. It's just you jump into a lobby and it's you're either killing or trying to avoid being killed or something. I know when I watch Hydro stream, I know that's their that's been their, you know, their primary game for a long time. But I know nothing about that game and would just get in there and lose every single time. But you could custom matches with viewers. Yeah, could do that too. We could do like a, you know, just come in and murder radio and DBD. Have some of those sessions. RP DBD lobby. There you go. Now you're talking. That would actually probably be fun as hell. I'd be so easy pickings though. Nobody would have fun because I would just be too easy pickings. They added survivor bots so you could play killer offline and practice. That way you won't embarrass yourself. Well, but so Alex, you've been around me long enough on stream now to know that you know, I've got a very high threshold for embarrassment. So
In fact, I'm not even sure it's even when I'm doing my incredibly horrible attempts at accents, like I don't even know if I've felt embarrassment on stream in a long time. I think that's just what happens when you play long enough with the RPers that I've been fortunate enough to play with. Where'd all them turkeys go? There's usually a handful out here. What is this music? I don't know. It's just I use this this music service called Pretzel for streaming, and it's got like you don't have to worry about copyright infringements or anything because it's like all vetted for being able to stream on Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. And it's just on one of those Pretzel channels. I kind of like it. I don't know. Do you like it? Kind of all right to me. We'll do another loop around here and then start riding back toward Valentine. It's 5:30. Yeah, that'll be just about the time I start thinking about having some breakfast before my grandson comes over. Yeah, it did sound a little bit like video game music. I don't know. I've been real happy with that Pretzel service. I would prefer to use Spotify, and I did used to. I just wouldn't record the audio tracks, but I don't know. On the VODs, I always prefer to have music on the VODs if I can. Breakfast today. Oh no! Don't run away from me, horse. I'll probably cook myself up a couple of eggs and toast. So my breakfasts, I usually rotate between three different things. I'll either cook up 2 eggs and toast, or on days that I'm not feeling like cooking up eggs, I'll have yogurt and a banana. And then the other days that I'm not feeling either yogurt and banana or a couple of fried eggs, I'll make myself a strawberry banana smoothie with peanut butter. Have that for breakfast. Those are my typical 3 breakfasts that I rotate. Make sure you get your fiber in. Exactly. Gotta keep that fiber regular. Hey, who's this guy? Oh, he's a boat rental dude. Where are the grape nuts at? I haven't had grape nuts in the house in a long time. I do like grape nuts though. Boat you rent? I don't care what anybody says. Grape nuts are good. Canoes, all right. That could come in handy. And a steamboat large. All right, well, that is good information. You never know when we might need a canoe. It looks like you can only rent boats here, though. There hasn't been any indication that you can that you can actually buy a boat. Canoe, you say? Yeah, how about that? It's been a while since we've been on a canoe ride. Do you leave the dishes in the sink or do you wash them? So that process has changed over the years. We did go on a boat ride recently with Eustace. That process has changed over the years. When there were 5 of us living in the house, you know, all 3 of the kids were at home. I mean, we would go through, we would rack up the dirty dishes so fast. You couldn't keep up with them, right? Everybody's, you know, eating at different times and whatnot. So it always seemed like there was a full sink of dirty dishes at any given time, and we just load up the dishwasher, you know, in the afternoon or whatever. But now, since it's just me and my wife living at home, it's a lot easier for us both to just, you know, when we eat, we just clean up the dishes and, you know, and put them away. But unless we're having like a big family dinner or whatever, then they'll pile up. But most of the time now, the both of us stay on top of it. Salvini, Granny Sue, and May May. We haven't been on a proper canoe ride in a little while. Oh, so I don't have... I wonder if there's a way to attach a Discord account to multiple Twitch accounts. Because since I'm streaming on my alt... Ooh, there's a turkey. I'm streaming on this alt account. If I go online in Discord, it just shows that I'm playing the game. It doesn't show that I'm streaming like it does if I do from the primary account. Probably can't connect to multiple Twitch accounts on Discord though. Thought I heard. Here, that's a rabbit. Is that a skunk? Oh no, is that a turkey I got earlier? Somebody shot herons, took the feathers. that was an owl. I thought there, a second there when I first heard that, it sounded like a bear. It's not. There's no bears in this area. Oh, come on. Giddy up, horse. Nobody sees this epic fail that Pappy trying to aim is so bad right now. Lasso a buck. This is not happening. Rat. How am I not getting this guy? Alright, you win this time, white-tailed buck. I'm gonna chase you. Alright, one more try. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Holy smokes. He wins. And I done wore the horse out. All right, so another thing I'm going to try coming up here pretty soon, and I done worn the horse out. So especially like during the sessions that I'm recording to stream the next day, I'm going to try while I'm recording, kind of recording what Pappy's thoughts are, because what Pappy thinks and what Pappy says at any given moment aren't necessarily the same thing. So I'm considering, like, as I'm recording the sessions, maybe switching over to my voice being recorded like this, where, you know, maybe Pappy is thinking about something else, and then he says, you know, what he's you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, inside Pappy's head, he might be thinking that someone's off their fucking rocker, but then he might say, hey, you know what, you're right, yeah, you're absolutely right about that. That'd probably be fun. I've been thinking about trying that out. It's a lot of like it's a lot of hand-eye coordination though, because I have to hit a button on my soundboard to switch over to my thinking voice. Yeah, I don't think there's artistic echo voice anyone on the server, because we haven't even seen any other players at all, or even riding around out here. So we've given them too much freedom. In Blackwater, or there could have been some folks in St. Denis, I guess. I think it would be really fun for you guys to. This is like the perfect time of day just to log in if you're feeling like. I think it would be really fun for you know, sometimes for you guys to hear what Pappy's really thinking compared to what he says. So I might try it out sometime. It might not even, like, it's a lot of coordination if I try to do it, but I might do it just for the hell of it, wanting to play the game but not necessarily RPing, because there's nobody around to RP anyway, and you don't have to worry about like stealing a spot from someone who does want to log in and do some role play. Exactly, inside the mind of Pappy, I think that would be fun. Because truly, what Pappy says at any given time has been getting crazy on this server, though, is not what he's necessarily thinking. I mean, I'm was very fortunate and got the content creator role, so it gives us a bit of prio. But I mean, when was it? Was it last? How dare you, Katie? Pappy's mind must be empty if the echo is that profound. Pappy is always deep in thought. Night or Sunday night? No, Sunday night when when I was logging into the game Sunday evening for a little while, the queue was like, I think I saw like 75 deep. Damn, that's a lot of folks trying to get into, you know, staying in queue to get into Red Dead, but it's amazing. I think Katie should be auto-modded. She's getting out of control. Guess there's not usually turkeys out in this area. I'm gonna rehire auto-mod. Get this chat back under control. See, Katie's just become thirsty with power. How did it take an hour and 47 minutes before chat called out for their first cancellation? We're on a pretty good roll. Usually that comes within the first 20 minutes. Next thing, Katie's probably thinking, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me, old man. That ain't gonna work. She should know better than that. I don't know. I think it would be fun as hell to give it a try. It might be entertaining. All right, I'm gonna log off and go grab some breakfast and hit. I'm already walking into radio being canceled. I know, right? Can you believe it? I'm surprised it took this long. It's usually well before the hour 45 mark. This way radio gets to be first person and a third person narrator. Exactly. We'll give it a try sometime. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I don't know. Regardless, it'll be fun. But yeah. Anyways, so as I mentioned before, I just wanted to play this into the stream. This was from my alt account that I streamed earlier. But I'm trying to. I do want to get the word around as much as I can to those who might be interested in watching me play other stuff that I don't necessarily want to play on the primary account. So drop a follow on the alt if you are interested, and I'll be streaming from time to time on that one as well. But I appreciate everybody jumping in and hanging out both times this morning on my alt account and this one. So I do plan on, like I said, this afternoon, it's a toss-up. I'm not sure. It just depends on how the afternoon goes. I don't know if I'm going to be in the game tonight much, but the rest of the week, I think I'm going to be able to play pretty consistently in the evenings. Pappy back into the swing of things. I've only missed I haven't missed much. I've only been yesterday was the first day I haven't been in, so I'm not feeling like Pappy is that far out of the loop. But still, I mean, the way things are moving on the server so quickly these days, if I miss even 24 hours, I'm feeling like, shit. Pappy has no idea what's going on. But, so I'll be in hopefully for a good portion of the rest of the week. But at any rate, I hope everybody has a good day, and I'll see everybody soon.